How's it going, guys? This is Holly with Grindworx, and today we are talking about California legal automatic knives. This has been an amazing year for these, shrunken down miniature automatic knives. We've had a whole bunch of new ones come out. Slight disclaimer though, before we talk about this, just because these knives are labeled California legal does not necessarily mean they are legal in your area. So if you don't know, California restriction, blade length, automatic knives. So these knives are designed to be within that limit and therefore be legal to carry in California, but it is imperative that you check your local laws and make sure that these are legal for you to carry. Okay. First off, we're going to look at the kind of OG California legal knife from Kershaw. This is the Launch 4. It's been around for a little while. You guys are probably all familiar with it. Runs right around $80 on the site right now. Total length of 5.1 inches with a 1.9 inch blade that is CPM 154 steel. They're calling this a spear point style with a flat grind and a black finish. Comes in a lot of different colors and blade finishes. A few different combos there, but this is kind of the original base model. It is just under 2 ounces, 1.98 ounces, and it has a tip-up carry pocket clip. That is the only orientation for that clip. This came out, a while ago, and people absolutely loved it because, for people living in the great state of California, carrying an automatic knife before was, not really an option. So it was great to have something like this come out that solved that issue. And it is every bit as snappy and spunky as you would think from looking at it. Yep. Great action, great snap, cool little bullseye, push button there, great symmetrical, sleek design. It's a cool little knife. And, so it flew off the shelves. Really popular little knife. But in 2020 alone, there are 3 more Kershaw California legal launch knives that have arrived on the scene. So next we're going to look at the Kershaw Launch 9. This one is right around $85. It's 5 inches in length with a 1.8 inch blade. Again, CPM 154 steel, drop point style with a flat grind and a beautiful stonewash finish. We've got our aluminum handle. It's 1.5 ounces, super lightweight. And then we've got a tip up and deep carry style pocket clip with a lanyard hole built into the pommel there. And that pocket clip is reversible, by the way. I love the design on this one. I love that we're returning to a more typical style for a knife with the drop down and the ergonomics of the handle. Love the little jimping on the blade there. Love the fuller as well. It's a kind of cool added detail there. Just overall, I think it's a good looking knife. I love the stonewash. And this one is so snappy. I've almost lost my grip on it a couple times. It's a super fun little knife. Another great option for you California folks. Next up, we have the Launch 10, also a new arrival for this year. This one's right around $90, 5.2 inches long with a 1.9 inch blade. CPM 154, and this time a hawkbill style. Again, a flat grind and a stonewash finish. 1.8 ounces, another tip-up deep carry pocket clip that is reversible, and a lanyard hole on the pommel there. There's some major cool factor in this one. Just all the different sort of hard edges and angles and grinds and milling. It just has a lot of visual interest. To me, it kind of gives off this really cool, wildcat sort of vibe with that claw-shaped blade. Ergonomics aren't too bad on this one either. This spot grounded into the blade is the perfect spot to put your thumb. I think this would make a great box cutter. Another fun option. If you're looking for something really unique, this has got to be the one for you. And the last of the new Kershaw California legal knives, this is the Launch 12. This is the California legal version of that knife. There is another version that has a slightly longer blade. It's right around $115 on the site currently. It's 5.75 inches long with a 1.9 inch blade. Again, CPM 154. They're calling this a spear point, although to me that looks more like a bayonet. Flat grind, black stonewash finish. We have a beautiful aluminum and carbon fiber handle here in a very classic Italian style. 1.95 ounces, and then a tip-up carry pocket clip. Not deep carry this time and not reversible. Oh, I spoke too soon. That is reversible. I think that with this one, they were really smart to give it a larger handle. As much as I love these small, spunky, snappy little knives, sometimes it is a little tricky keeping a good grip on them just because they are so small and the handle doesn't fill your hand up very much. So I really appreciate that they gave this one a larger handle. There's just more to grab. It feels more solid. These sort of imitation bolsters are a great place to brace your fingers. So you really get the benefits of the smaller blade when it comes to legal issues, but you get the better functionality of a larger handle. So I think that was very, very smart for them to do. And it's just a pretty knife. If you are at all a fan of Italian style knives, this one has got to be on your list. Next, we're going to look at this little bitty keychain knife from SKM. This is a 4-inch stiletto keychain knife. It's just under $30 on the site. 4 inches long, 1.65-inch blade, bayonet style, flat grind, polish finish. We've got acrylic and alloy making up the scales and the bolsters. And it's under an ounce and comes with this handy little keychain. So I love that the action and the lock are authentic. Like this functions exactly like a full-size pick lock stiletto knife, which is really fun. Most of the time when they shrink them down this small, they just make it a basic, push button automatic knife. So it really is just your standard Italian style knife shrunken down to miniature stature and thrown on a keychain. So again, kind of like our Launch 12 over here, if you're a fan of Italian style knives, like you gotta have this thing. It's just so cute and super fun. And I mean, it always helps to have a backup knife on your keychain, right? Okay, last of all, we are looking at the Boker Stubby Strike. So this is the smallest version of the very popular Boker Strike Auto. $42 on the site. It's 5.325 inches long with a 1.875 inch blade. This is D2 steel, y'all. Drop point style, flat grind, stonewash finish. Got our aluminum handle. All the features that you are accustomed to seeing on the Boker Strike, this one has. Same shape handle, same milling, same texture. You've got your safety switch here. It does have a deep carry tip-up pocket clip and a lanyard hole. Great little knife. And it's really, really snappy. I've always noticed that the strike isn't quite as snappy or the spring isn't quite as strong as on the Kalashnikov, for instance, but this one, very snappy. Gives a great little punch when it opens. Feels more like the Launch series, I would say. So I really appreciate that this one tries its hardest to still be as beefy and hard use as the full-size Strike while giving you a smaller, more widely acceptable size. So pretty fun there. If I had to choose a favorite, oh man, don't make me do this. This is hard. I really like the Launch 9. There's something about the whole aesthetic that I really love, and it feels great in hand. The action is good. But I also really like our Stubby Strike over here. Not only do I think it's super fun seeing it shrunk down to that size, but the functionality is way up there. Kind of like the Launch 12 here, how I mentioned the importance of that bigger handle. You get that with the Stubby. But you also get a much larger blade. It feels like you can do more with this knife than perhaps any of the others, if you want to do more than just have a basic EDC. At the end of the day, I mean, you're not going to be chopping up firewood or anything with any of these, but I tend to go for a knife that gives you more options as far as what you can use it for. So I'd say those two are my favorite, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Do any of you carry a California legal knife? And if so, which one? And especially, which of these do you think is going to be next on your list? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. I'll link these knives in the description below, and as always, invite you to jump on grindworx.com and see all the California legal knives we have available there. If you join our email list, then all the awesome content we have for you, knife sales, new knives, all that stuff will come straight to your inbox. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.